Hi Aries. We are going to see what June has in store for you. Let's see, what kind of energy is this? King of Swords. Oh, you are obsessed with getting everything you want in June. Ten of Cups is full wish fulfillment, having everything. Happy family, happy life, great job, great friends, the whole works. And King of Swords is a full obsessive energy. So that tells me you are very focused, very driven on having everything be perfect in your life. So tell me more about this Aries energy. We got King of Cups, and we have the Five of Swords, which together tells me that you are very emotional lately. Maybe there's some fighting, some sort of conflict going on around you. But sometimes when this card comes out together with something like this, that you're obsessed with getting what you want, this is a card of making sure that you're not hurting anybody in the process. Because Five of Swords is more of an energy of winning at all costs. Doesn't matter who gets hurt in the end. You're just going to walk away and say, I won, I did it. And you want to be careful about that kind of energy when you're trying to get everything you want, because deep down you don't want to hurt anybody in that process. And tells me especially you don't want to hurt anybody in that process, because you are emotional and you're mature enough to remember that there are other people other than you in any situation that you're in. Let's see. Yeah, I think you're just trying to figure out the best path for you. You are ready to go off in a positive direction. You have your stick. You're going to take it and go. Let's see. What I feel like maybe there's something blocking your energy. What is blocking this energy? Six of Swords has to do with taking what's yours and leaving with it. So what's blocking you may be something at home, a fear of not being able to have everything you want, to be able to go off into a better space. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands has to do with she's the life of the party. So you might have to be careful. Maybe you are too busy, partying too much to, more than you should be. And because it shows me that you are obsessed with getting what you want. But if this is what's blocking you, maybe you're not really putting full time and energy into what you think you want, or you keep obsessing about what you want, but you're not putting the energy into the right places. That's what tells me this is like you have to go off into kind of a new direction with that kind of, an energy like that. Because Queen of Wands is excited, and the Empress, yeah, if you're trying to birth something new here, the Empress is all about new beginnings and birthing something good. And the Empress is super feminine, super creative. She is well loved, well respected. And I think that in order to come up into this Empress energy, you may have to shift your focus a little bit. I think you're at a point of feeling real good. The Magician, you've been manifesting a lot of good things. You've been bringing a lot of good things to the table. You are asking the universe very clearly and directly for what it is that you want. And you are seeing a lot of you're reaping a lot of the benefits of the things that you're asking for and the work that you're putting in. But I feel like you're still, there's some sort of a block. Tell me more about the block. Because the intentions are good. You may not have healed enough from something that happened in the past. Could be, a bad relationship, bad job, whatever it was that you had to heal from is, I think, a little more on you than you thought it was. I don't know that you expected it to be as rough as it was coming out of that kind of energy of the healing. But I think you are, I mean, you not think, I know, I see it. You're more than capable. You've got the Empress and the Magician together. That means you can have everything that you want. You're just not allowing the proper healing to happen before you can get to that point. I think in your mind it was just you were just gonna rush over to whatever it is that you wanted with a lot of that, fiery, passionate energy that Aries like to have. You're always, ready for a challenge, ready for something new, ready for the next big thing. But I think you forgot to take the time to heal something properly. Tell me more about the star. What needs to be healed? The High Priestess. The High Priestess and the King of Wands. And here you had the Queen of Wands. You have to heal. The High Priestess is a card of inner knowing and intuition. And I think that a part of you didn't want to face what happened. And so you put your, this obsession into having everything be perfect, having everything be great, but almost on the outside. And you forgot about the inner work that has to be done. Because the King of Wands, sits in his throne, has his power. He's fully aware of what's going on, but he's creative and he's magical and like the Queen of Wands. And he has great ideas. And like I said, the High Priestess knows what she wants, knows who she is, knows her value. And I think like I said, I think you didn't take the time to properly heal a past situation. But you know that it wasn't in your best interest to keep going in that direction. So whatever turn you had to make to go off to the new way is good and it's fine. You just didn't allow yourself, I think, the right amount of healing time. So you just put that energy into the next thing, into the focus of making everything look perfect on the outside, but the insides are suffering a little bit. And I think you need to take a little bit more of self-care time. What is this one? Seven of Cups, yeah. I think it was a lot going on at once. Seven of Cups is about lots of choices, lots of different ways you can go about it. And I think that's maybe where you didn't heal properly. Maybe you keep wondering if you made the right choice. Did you make the right choice? Was it, a good move, a good change of job, a good relationship, whatever it was that happened recently that you kind of called in and you were wishing that everything would be perfect and grand. And I think you are either regretting a choice or worrying about, did you make the right choice? Tell me about my Aries and the choices they made. Was it a good choice? Ace of Cups, yeah. Your cup is overflowing now. I think you're just not realizing it. I think you have more than you realize that you have, and this tells me that you need to appreciate it in order to keep growing it. Your cup is already overflowed and it's spilling out. And now it's time to maybe actually have more gratitude for what you already have instead of constantly focusing on making sure it looks perfect and it is perfect. It's time to just take a little bit of that time, do a little bit of that self-healing, that inner work to kind of be able to appreciate and see how far you've come with all that you've done. Five of Cups, yeah. You keep looking at what's lost instead of what you have. You keep looking at those empty cups in front of you and fully missing the fact that you have two full cups behind you. And that's what I mean about the gratitude. I think if you keep focusing on what isn't working, you keep missing what is and what's good. Let's see. Yeah, you got the Three of Wands again. The Three of Wands is that energy. Again, you had it before. It keeps happening in every reading. Lots of repetitive cards, lots of, which tells me that it really is a message for you. Or when it involves more than one party, it just means that the other person is having similar feelings at the same time. This is telling me that you keep worrying about, like which path you took or which way was it going to go, but it's okay. continue off in the direction that you already chose, because it was definitely the right one for you. Let's see. Tell me more about what June wants to tell my Aries. Justice. You're getting everything that you deserve. Justice sometimes has to do with legal matters, legal paperwork. So be careful of any documents that you sign, or if you're waiting on news to arrive with legal matters, it's coming. And it looks like it's in your favor. I think you're okay. I think you're worried for no reason. But the Justice card tells me that you're getting everything that you put the work in for. You're just, like I said, with that Five of Cups, something tells me you're just not seeing it. Princess of Wands. That is also known the Page of Wands. Which, did you get that before? Did you get the Page already of Wands? I thought you did, but that's I think it's telling you go into it with a new attitude. The Page of Wands has a lot of excitement and is ready for adventure, ready to take off and on a new start. And I think this is not even telling you that you have to start something new, but start looking at it from a new perspective. Instead of constantly being focused on everything looking perfect, like I said, I think you have a little bit of inner work to do. Don't look at what was lost. Don't look at what you think the other choices may have been. I don't think they were better than I think you're perfectly balanced and you're just not realizing it. This is the Six of Pentacles is a card of balance and stability, financially. Sometimes it can mean an imbalance, but I think with the other cards surrounding it, like it's letting you know that there's something that needs to be balanced, that needs to be worked on. I think the only thing that needs to be balanced is you realizing that you have more than you think you do. Okay, out came Four of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so these two together, the Four of Wands tells me you're in a very stable relationship. This is a soulmate connection, somebody who's really, your other half. It's four, like, you need four bases on something for it to be solid and sturdy. And then it came out with that Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is slow to get to where they need to go, but you get there solid. It's emotional fulfillment. It's having everything you want, having your dreams fulfilled. So I think that you may have been worried about a love decision or something that you made, but I think you really have something very stable that you're not fully appreciating. And that's where that Six of Pentacles and all those other cards, because you can't really just read them individually. I mean, each card has its own meaning, but then they have a whole different meaning when they're all combined. So this tells me that I think we're worried about a decision that you made, but it's okay. It's solid. The foundation is good, and you need to just be more appreciative of that, I think, at this point. Yeah, you got the Magician and you got the Ace of Swords. The Magician, again, tells me that you've been manifesting this. Ace of Swords tells me that something there's a new beginning, but communication has to be more clear. There is something that you are wanting to say, and at this point, you can't even be worried about who it's going to hurt or if it's going to hurt, or it's your time to make your wishes and your desires very clear, whether it be to another person, to a boss, to yourself, to whatever it is, but communication needs to be clearer. It could even just be with the universe, like, you asking the universe to give you more clear-cut signs on, are these the right choices you've made, and is this the right way to go? And I think you are more than good. I think you just have to, like I said, go into more of the energy of appreciating. Okay, yeah, we have Eight of Cups and Seven of Wands. That tells me that you had to either walk away from something or set up very clear boundaries about what it is that you wanted and how you felt. King of Wands, there he is again. You have a lot of that Wands energy, which is the passion, the excitement, the creativity. And this King of Wands tells me that you once you walked away from what you knew wasn't serving you and you headed into that other direction, you can feel free to be in that King of Wands energy, in the more playful energy, more creative part of you can come out. And like I said, I think together with the Eight of Cups, whatever it is that you think you left behind, or stop dwelling on that. There was nothing better where you were before. Like I said, whether it's wherever you lived, whatever job you had, whatever relationship you were in, walking away from it was your best choice to set up new boundaries and to go into this more fun space. I think it's allowing you to be more of you, more of your creative self, to have more of the things that you actually want. It's just a matter of appreciating those things and stop thinking that, oh, would it have been different if I stayed there? Would it have been different if I didn't leave this job? Would it have been different if I didn't leave this person? Or whatever it was, you made the right choice. So be okay with that. And like I said, and appreciate, start to see it a little bit differently from a new perspective. Yeah, time and tide. Look, the description on the bottom is oceanic spells and rituals, which means that I think you've been trying to do everything right. It was that obsessive energy of trying to make it all look right and feel right. And you stop obsessing about having done it right. You did do it right. And now it's just a matter of appreciating it and falling into your new habits with it. Do your rituals, and get up every day and say your mantras, do your meditations, journal, whatever it might be. Go back to your rituals of what got you here to begin with, instead of falling out of the habits like that and just trying to make it look perfect on the surface. Go in, do the healing, take the time to do your rituals. I was telling you before, you need a little bit more of the self-care, self-love. And this card is actually number 18 too. So something tells me that I need to tell some of you that might be an important number for you. So whatever it is, whatever path you took was the right path. Trust that you made the right choices at the time. Trust that you have good things in front of you. You are headed to good things. You are the magician, came out twice, which means whatever you've asked for, whatever you've manifested, came true. So now appreciate it, do good things with it, and you're headed into a really, really great space. And I think you're in an even better space than you realize. It's just a part of you. Maybe it's this retrograde season. It's hitting everybody real hard. And maybe there's a part of you that just keeps reflecting or dwelling on the past or wanting to kind of go backwards. But that's going backwards this time is not going to help you go forwards. You need to take a little bit of the relaxation time, rest, rejuvenate, do the things that make you happy. Go back to the rituals and the things that like I said, whether it be, going to work out every day, whatever it is that makes you feel like you do it, because I think you fell out of it as you started to become more obsessed with trying to make everything seem perfect when inside you're still feeling a little unsettled about something. Stop and realize that you have everything that you've already manifested right now. Appreciate it, do good things with it, find some time for self-care, self-love, and you will be in a much, much, much better place. I hope you have a great June, Aries. Love you. See you next month.